Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for another Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest FA Cup preview. Manchester United travel to the City Ground on Wednesday, the 28th of February, to face Nottingham Forest in the Emirates FA Cup. Look, it's a crucial game. It's a must-win. There's no doubt about it. But before we get stuck into the preview, please like the video, comment your thoughts on the upcoming game, give us your score predictions, predicted 11, and all that good stuff. And please subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified every time we go live or make a video, and follow our socials, links in the description. There's a live watch along. I don't know why that says 7:45, but that is meant to be 7:30, so scratch that. We'll be live at 7:30 for the watch along. So let me just do this. Bit of a mistake again from me. Let me just do this. Whoops. My mistake. So there we go. We are live at 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday, 15 minutes before kickoff. So yeah, join us for that. Look, this game is going to be an interesting game. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm actually not. It's going to be a tough game, and I want to start off with Manchester United's form before we move into the main points. So here's our previous 5 games in all competitions. We beat Wolves 4-3, beat West Ham 3-0, beat Aston Villa 2-1, beat Luton Town 2-1, and we lost against Fulham on the weekend 2-1. So in our previous games, it's 4 wins, 0 draws, and 1 defeat. Look, I look back at the previous game. You can only judge a team on the last game, in my opinion. And Manchester United, judging on their game, it was poor. I mean, look, if I'm a Man United player, I'm a Man United fan, and I'm worried because that game against Fulham on Saturday was abysmal, poor, shocking, boring. Everything, all of the above that comes in out of that's in the bad section. We didn't look. The style of play was we don't have a style of play. Flat. The passing was poor. The aggression was poor. Everything was poor in that game on Saturday. We looked broken again. I know we have injuries. I think our main players are out, and that goes Shaw, Leachia, and Hoyland. That's my main three. We're going to be without these for the game against Nottingham Forest on Wednesday, and against Man City on Sunday in the derby. So listen, it's going to be a long week for Manchester United, but it's also going to be a long week for Ten Hag. Again, I'm still Ten Hag in, but I feel like people who are Ten Hag in will want them out if we get knocked out against Nottingham Forest and if Man City give us a beating. If Man City give us a beating on Sunday, and if Nottingham Forest knock us out on Wednesday in the FA Cup and City beat us like, 3 or 4-0 kind of win on Sunday, look, I'll be very, very surprised to see how we last till the summer. And will I turn them? I won't turn on him because it's another way to be. But I'm sick of saying our second manager is not the solution, blah, 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 blah. I love Manchester United. I want them to be successful. I want Erik ten Hag to be successful. I want everyone at Manchester United and around Manchester United to be successful. I want those fans to have something to celebrate over. But the last thing that we celebrated over was the Carabao Cup final a year ago. Yeah, a year ago. Take me back, please, to last year when we were playing well and we won a trophy and we made it to Wembley 3 times. Carabao Cup final, FA Cup semi-final, FA Cup final. You know what I mean? It's just one of them things. And Ten Hag, for me, is back under pressure. And I don't want to be saying that, but you're hearing the media say he's under pressure. I want to give you an example. And it was a good tweet from Mark Goldbridge. And he said, Liverpool beat Chelsea with most of their young players, right? Their bench was youngsters. And they came on, put on a shift, done well, was it were a threat against Chelsea and Liverpool win the Carabao Cup. That's what they do. Because Liverpool have a structure on their club. He has a style of play, and it doesn't change for any player, regardless of who you are, how old you are, what you've done. It doesn't change. Erik ten Hag, it'll take at least 2 years, I feel, and it's his second season. And I thought 2 years it'll take him back to implement the style of play. And if whoever plays, that's the standard. If you go below that standard, you're screwed. If you go at that standard or higher, happy days. You're the world's best. Ten Hag with the injuries, and again, it's an injury. I know people, back to this injury excuse again, yada yada yada. You have Rasmus out, who is our top goal scorer at the front. He's been on good form. Now he's out injured. Leach came back. You could tell when he came back, it was a breath of fresh air. Again, he was looking, he was signing for crying out loud. He was the key to the defence. He's out. Shit. Shaw out. Shit. Casemiro not playing well. Shit. It's just not going well for Manchester United this season, and you can tell that we did struggle without Shaw, Martinez, and Rasmus on Sunday. Oh, not Sunday, Saturday against Fulham, and that's as clear as day. If anyone's going to be without those players, it's you're telling me if City were without Haaland, let me think, Haaland, Ruben Diaz, and let's say Kyle Walker, for example. You think they're going to play well? You think, well, they'll probably win, but you think they'll be up to standard? Yeah, you're laughed at. But for me, Ten Hag, I just worry about him, and I don't worry about him. I worry about his job. But if he beats Nottingham Forest, not that he can afford to lose against Man City, because I think many are expecting us to lose, so it's not a big deal. But then he can go into that game with a little less pressure, right? But if he gets knocked out, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And look, I just feel like injuries are costing us. I always said, and everyone said, judge Ten Hag when he has his full team back. Right, he didn't have his full team back. He hasn't had his full team back since the start of the season with the game against Wolves, when we just about won, but we won. And we've had injuries ever since. And again, I know, Hoyland, Martinez, and Shaw, if you have them in, I feel like we do well. We don't go and win everything, but we win games because we were playing well up until those injuries, and it is a worry for me. And it's just back to reality again. Manchester United just haven't got a backbone in this FA Cup tie. Look, it's going to be a crucial game. It's going to be a crucial game for the players and Ten Hag. It really, really is, because, look, I don't want us to sack him, but I feel like if we lose against Forest and City, that's tough. You're losing against your neighbours and you're not there for competition. That it's our only hope of winning a trophy. So look, would I be surprised if Manchester United turn up and play well and knock out Nottingham Forest? No, because I feel like the players just should be having this mental, this mindset that it's only competition we're in. We have to go for it. Ten Hag is saying every game is like a final. Treat it like that. And I don't want them out as of yet, but look, it's going to be interesting to see. You know what I mean? Because Fulham, I know we lose against Fulham, and then all the fans are like, oh, this is this. Calm. Okay. Calm. I wouldn't say calm if, just this week is going to be a tough week. And last time I said that, we won those 2 games. So yeah, let's see what happens. But I feel like injuries are a bit of a pain and they are costing us. And it just goes to show how thin our depth is and why we should have at least signed 1 or 2 players, even on loan in January, and why we should look into this summer and have a backup. 2 players in each position or 3. You know what I mean? Because our depth is poor and thin. It's bad. Look, this FA Cup tie against Nottingham Forest, it's not going to be an easy one. I feel like it's going to be tough. They did beat us 2-1, just after Christmas, and yeah, look, it is going to be interesting to see how this game plans out. Nottingham Forest coming into this game with a win. So they drew 1-1 against Bournemouth. They beat Bristol City on penalties 5-3. They lost against Newcastle 3-2. They beat West Ham and they lost 4-2 against Aston Villa. So looking at that, they have a 1-2, one draw, and the rest are losses. So, like Manchester United have 2 wins. Oh, Manchester United have 4 wins, sorry. So not Manchester United. So just looking at their 1 draw, that's the only draw they have. Forest, when they beat Bristol City, so that's a win. So that's 1 win. So yeah, 2 wins and 2 losses and a draw. And Forest, I feel like it's not going to be an easy game with who we have available, and our last game wasn't great. Supposedly our top goal scorer, just again, BBC have said it, and a few other stats, it's Chris Wood. Let's just show me in there, really. And our top assister is Anthony Elanga, ex-Manchester United player. But I do look at a Forest danger man, and I look at Morgan Gibbs-White. Some may say, why are you looking at Morgan Gibbs-White? I like Morgan Gibbs-White. I actually would like us to get Morgan Gibbs-White. Look, there's a few danger men. They have Elanga, they have Awoniyi, Hudson-Odoi, in fact, Morgan Gibbs-White. So you can pick any of them. And maybe you can go deeper down the pitch if you want to pick, but I look at them as danger men for me. But one, I would pick up Gibbs-White because he's a playmaker, he's a threat, he gets them going, and I feel like if you take him out of that team, they're not flat, but you could tell he was missing. And Nuno hasn't really, hit the lights out, I'll be honest with you. But look, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, they're this or that. We're going there away. We lost against there. Their fans are going to be behind the players. The players will live off the fans' atmosphere. And, they beat us there before. Manchester United coming into this game after a loss. We're looking a bit flat, missing key players. Look, both teams are there for the taking. There's no doubt about that. But Manchester United's performance has to be better. If we go into this game and play like we did against Fulham, Forest it's an easy night for Forest. It is. Because Forest probably have more of a threat up top than Fulham. So yeah. Awoniyi, Elanga, Hudson-Odoi, Morgan Gibbs-White. Even Chris Wood. They have options. And yeah, we look at Fulham. Wilson, Iwobi, Muniz, and Pereira. It's a threat, but Forest, I feel like, have more of a threat than them. But look, my question is, Forest will be fancying their chances. It's at home, FA Cup tie, anything can happen. And look, how can they beat Manchester United? I feel like run us, press us, test our midfield. Doesn't matter who it is. I always say run out of midfield, test the midfield and the defence. The defence hasn't got pace. Capitalise on set pieces, but if you can. Thing is, Manchester United are good on the counter attack, but if Manchester United are trying to defend the team on the counter attack, they're not good at it. So if you run at us with pace, we struggle. It happened against Fulham. The Iwobi goal, the Iwobi winner, they ran at Manchester United and got it. So yeah, that's how I look at it. But look, it is really going to be an interesting game. I'm not looking forward to it. I'll be honest with you. I'm not looking forward to it by any stretch because it's going to be a tough game. And look, I'd be more confident if we had Rasmus, Leach, and Shaw. We didn't have Rasmus last time we played this, when we lost 2-1, and when we beat them 3-2 at Old Trafford. So it is a worry coming into this game, and I do back us to win, but I think it's going to be a tight game. But look, let's jump into predictions time. Give us your predictions, predicted 11s, score predictions. But here is my predicted 11. It is a Onana in there. I just don't think he'd play Boy in there. I wouldn't mind just playing Boy in there, but I just feel like he'd play Onana. A back four of Lindelof left back and Dallo right back. Look, listen, I feel like we can't play anyone else left back. If it's either Dallo left back, Lindelof right back. But I'd keep Dallo right back, and I'm not a big fan of Lindelof left back. I said that in the match ratings. I said that after the game in the watch along. I don't fancy Lindelof left back, and he'd be up against Alanga if he starts. And Alanga has pace, and he is a threat. He's been good since he went to Nottingham Forest as well. I think it'd be a same centre-back partnership of Harry Maguire and Raphael Varane. Look, the defence hasn't really got pace. Dallo's the quickest of Varane, Maguire, and Lindelof, and even Onana. But yeah, a midfield trio of Kobbie Mainoo and Scott McTominay and Bruno Fernandes. Look, some would say, where's Casemiro? I just don't think Casemiro's been playing well. He did come off injury, a head injury, so is he good to go? I don't know, but I just think, he may, more likely will be Casemiro, depending on how the head injury is. Casemiro for me just hasn't been it. Looks lost, and him and Mainoo, Mainoo's probably been the best out of the two. Mainoo's actually been better, and that's saying that. McTominay, again, Ten Hag likes McTominay, and he might want for a bit of aggression, a bit of height, a bit of physicality as well. And then I think it'll be Bruno Fernandes. Look, some are saying you can't drop Bruno. If you drop Bruno, who are you going to play then? You know what I mean? That's just my kind of mojo there, and he's not going to drop the captain. Then I think it will be up top, Garnacho on the left, Ahmad on the right, and Marcus Rashford striker. Look, I'm not a fan of Rashford playing striker. I think he's better on the wings. Will he play? Will Forson play again? Will Anthony play? Will Bruno play on the flanks? Will McTominay play striker? You just don't know what the hell is going to happen here. Will there be a false line of Bruno? You don't know what will happen. But I would play Ahmad. He came on against Fulham for a few minutes. Well, doing all right. I'd play him. I'd see what you can do. If you're giving Forson a chance, at least give Ahmad a chance. Let him prove himself. Let's see what he can do. But that was my predicted 11, and my score prediction is a 2-1 win to Manchester United. I'm backing the lads to get the win. I don't think it's going to be an easy one. I really, really don't. I think it's going to be a scrappy one. I think it'd be sort of like, at the start of the season kind of wins. I feel like it'd be a tight win. I feel like actually I'm going to say Nottingham Forest go a goal up. I'm going to say Awoniyi scores. Then I'm going to say for us, Ahmad scores. And I'm going to say Rashford. You could say Rashford. I'm saying Bruno too, but I'm going to go Ahmad and Rashford. That sounds crazy. But no, not the prediction, the goal scorers. That's what I'm going to go with. Hopefully that's the team. If it's not, let's see what else it can be. But that has been the Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest Premier League preview, FA Cup preview. Let us know your thoughts in the preview. Give us your predictions, score predictions. And please join us for the watch along on Wednesday from 7:30. And hopefully we get the win. Follow our social links in the description, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like, comment, and switch on the next one. Come on, United. Let's get the win. Switch on the next.